Hello and welcome to PocketGamer.biz's Monetizer video. This is where we look at the first kind of 5-10 minutes of new games coming out, have a look at the user experience and the kind of monetization flow that developers are trying to implement. So today we're looking at the new game from King, which is Pet Rescue Saga. So let's start the stopwatch and fire it up. Okay, the other way around. Okay, there we go. So got loading screen, loaded pretty fast. So we've got to straight into play, or we can connect with Facebook. Obviously, a lot of King's games, pretty much all King's games on mobile, also syncing with Facebook, so you can sync the game state across both, and also get your kind of social features across both. We'll just go for play at the moment. Okay, so it's kind of interesting to look at play. King is particularly obviously has to go for a very casual market, and they've said that they kind of come up with a tutorial that they think is as simple as possible, and then they create 2 or 3 even simpler steps beforehand because they're worried that its audience is so particularly casual. So it's always worth looking at their tutorial process. So obviously this one is pretty simple. Tap on the blocks and then kind of remove them. Okay, now we can just do it ourselves. You see I'm brilliant at these kind of games. Oh dear. No. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, 95% of the blocks. Remove large blocks to get high scores. Okay. No, as many large blocks as we can. Okay. Oh, I can't really see. Yeah, go away. Let's see. Maybe not. Oh, it makes me feel good. Even I can finish the second tutorial level. Okay, 3 stars. Oh, 2 or 3 stars. Yes, it's always got this top friend, see what my friends are doing, kind of encouragement, but it's not really, it's just there, it's not really kind of forcing me to do anything yet. So. Oh, what's going on here? What are these bits of wood? Column breaker, was it? I shouldn't think about this too much, really, should I? Let's get on with it. Oh, what's it gone now? The column blaster is now charged. So this is a particular King way of monetizing. It doesn't really monetize with currency in its games, it monetizes with items, so you have consumable items or some permanent items as well. Obviously the column blaster is going to be a useful one. The column blaster blasts a whole column of box. Drag to aim the rocket. By tapping the green button. Where's the green button? I see. Oh, there. Yeah, I'm not going to do it well here, I don't think. Well, that's pretty hopeless. Too many blocks left. Failure. Oh. Okay, let's do it again then. That's weird. see, I'm supposed to get those ones out. That seems a bit. Oh, clearly now. Okay, so just come up to 5 minutes. And this is actually another interesting thing that's always said about King games, is they pretty much you can just like chomp through the first 30 levels without really anything much being forced at you in terms of monetization, or I mean, even say this kind of social aspect is not really being used very much at the moment, but you get to certain points in their games where to get to the next level you have to kind of get invites from 3 friends, or you have to invite 3 friends, or get something from other friends, or so it's kind of a good example of a game that would kind of, as we kind of look in our Monetizer kind of column, and the kind of some of the techniques we use to kind of come up with kind of formulas or coefficients for how hard games are monetizing. King games, it's very difficult to do them because they don't really use currency in the same way as most other free-to-play games do. But for the first half an hour to an hour, they're very light monetization at all. They don't really force anything on you. But because they get people kind of playing, and obviously once you're the big argument at the moment, I guess, in games is all about kind of retention versus monetization, and at what point do where do you focus most of your attention on, particularly at the start? I mean, is it when do people first start monetizing? They do that. It's kind of interesting because some companies seem to say, and it probably depends on the genre, that they get their monetization quite early in the process. I think Amazon's saying on its platform, which agrees it's a different platform, it gets I think it's 16% of people monetizing the first day of playing a game, and then they said 50% of all once someone's bought an in-app purchase, 50% of them will buy something within the next kind of couple of hours. So they're seeing very kind of suggesting quite quick monetization. Whereas obviously the example of King, which is now one of the top grossing mobile publishers in the world, if not, I mean, it's kind of always changing between King and Supercell and Gung Ho, but I guess probably because King has more games out now across Android and iOS, it's probably the top grossing at the moment. It takes a very different approach, but anyway, that's by the by. Okay, bring the pets down to the bottom. Okay, I've rescued a pet. So now I guess this is the thing about how slow the tutorial's been. This is kind of the main point of the game, is to rescue these little pets. That's why the game's called Pet Rescue Saga. But it started off as just like a block popping game, and now this is like the 4th tutorial we've been on, and only now I'm going to get this one down. Oh, I really am hopeless. Oh dear. Okay. He's not going to get down, is he? Pop, 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 pop. I've got my rocket. Okay, there we go. The power of the power-up. So, 7 minutes, 8 minutes in now. Let's give him just another one a go. Actually, just go back to the map and just kind of see. Obviously, we've not hit a store. We're not being asked to hit a store. I don't even have the option. Do we even have the option to get a store? This is the map, so you can just see where all the different levels are. And obviously, if I did log into Facebook, I would see my friends have played this game where they appear on this, and obviously this dog icon would have my face on it. Okay, let's go quickly do one more. Save 2 pets, get 5,000 points. Okay. So these are presumably going to be power-ups, which is not open yet. Okay. Let's not be very sophisticated about this. That's not very good at all, is it? Oh, I've got 2 in that list. Yeah, well, not so bad. Yeah, I won't use that, do you? Okay. Doo-doo. Okay, so there we go. There's the first 10 minutes. Oh no! Episode 1 completed. It's not quite finished yet. Let's see. Is it going to get any prompts? No. Let's see. Episode 1 finished. Okay. Well, there we go. That's King's Pet Rescue Saga.